Good evening. I'm County Legislator Ken Jenkins. 3 months ago, I was honored to be elected Chairman of the Westchester County Board of Legislators, the lawmaking branch of our county government. I'm here in the historic chamber of the legislature, the formal meeting place for the county board. The legislature is an equal partner with the county executive in the governing of Westchester. The members of this house congratulate our new county executive, Robert Astorino, on his inaugural State of the County address. Speaking for my colleagues in the Democratic majority, we applaud his sobering yet uplifting message to the people. The speech provided a vision for the future comprised of serious, achievable, bipartisan goals that will move our county in the directions our residents have long desired but have not been able to accomplish.
Westchester County government is our regional government. It takes care of the basics for our community, things we all use and take for granted, and does it more economically than any other level of government can. The county's on clean water and on cleaner air, disposes of garbage and recyclables, operates sewage treatment plants, runs jail, penitentiary, and probation services necessary to our criminal justice system, provides health and mental health specialists, and the safety net. As legislators, we're here to make sure it's done right and at the least possible cost. We're challenged by falling revenues, continuing federal and state mandates, and an increased demand for help from our own residents. Tough times mean tough decisions. We made them in crafting the county's 2010 budget. We'll keep making them during this year to help our community and protect our working families.
County-wide budget cuts to child care services threaten to leave hundreds of area children without the daycare subsidies that allow working parents to work. According to the Commissioner of the Department of Social Services, the number of people in need of subsidized daycare is increasing. Unemployment is on the rise, while at the same time, thousands of Westchester parents are frantically trying to find safe and affordable quality care for their children so they can remain employed. The county must protect investments in these programs for children as they are cost-effective, produce good outcomes for children, youth, and families, and ensure that the county can avoid the fiscal burden of more costly interventions in the short and long term. During last year's budget process, the legislature approved funds for the county's daycare package and modifications of the parent share percentage from 10% to 15%. The county executive shouldn't unilaterally eliminate funding that was approved by this legislature. Reducing funding for child care service programs is a risk we cannot afford to take.
As employers and commuters in Westchester know only too well, public transportation is an essential service that is critical to our economy. With public transportation ridership at record highs, the county's Department of Transportation is facing an unprecedented fiscal crisis in this economic downturn. Options have been presented like laying off workers, cutting back service, and raising fares at the worst possible time. The county executive's plan to eliminate transportation lines for our county's commuters leaves residents with few choices. They are being left stranded without access to lifeline services.
Members of the legislature know that property taxes are too high in Westchester. In these tough economic times, we can't afford to pay more taxes. And the legislature recognizes the fact that we need to find new savings in this budget and run a smarter, smaller regional government. The legislature is looking to the consolidation and shrinking of county government as a way of realizing efficiencies in response to citizen demand for services and cost savings. County administrative costs should be slashed first, not last. Let's look at duplicative departments and overlapping administrative costs and introduce competition into medical insurance administration.
Here in Westchester, we are committed to bringing new jobs and more opportunities to our citizens. The future of Westchester depends on the county's ability to partner with the private sector to help put people back to work. The county has made significant investments in putting people back to work through our capital projects program. We were able to secure more than $118 million in federal stimulus grants for local projects. These projects include road improvements along the Bronx River Parkway and Cross County Parkway, nitrogen removal from the Long Island Sound and improvements at the Mamaroneck wastewater treatment facility.
County government brings it all together and makes it all work for our community. In these challenging times, we legislators are reaching out to everyone, the county executive, local officials, businesses, nonprofit agencies, and you, the residents, to fashion better ways to do those things that we all need.
We in this legislature have a tremendous obligation to carry through on our promises to all of you. How we respond will determine how we will be judged.
We pledge to continue to work with our county executive to bring about a new era of innovation, a new era of progress, a new era of fiscal policies that respond to our current economic environment, and will give working families and our least fortunate citizens the opportunity for a better and more dignified quality of life.
Tonight, we ask every Westchester resident, all Democrats, Republicans, and Independents, to work together to develop creative solutions and forge effective partnerships that make this county a better place.